these are the type of things, events, New York, Times Square. Now, how they can make that happen will be something to see in Times Square.
Wow.
Um,
Well, they do the New Year's Eve
they
celebration
do
every
that,
year, I think.
yes, but people can just
Yeah.
walk up from anywhere at any time. So, yeah, I can't imagine how they can do it, but I'm sure they got in their mind how they're going to do it.
Well, you know, in that same vein, Dana White put on a show at the Sphere here in Las Vegas,
Yes.
and obviously I wasn't a part of that.
Obviously, I wasn't a part of it either.
but everybody that I talked to who was involved with it, and a couple that actually were there,
Mhm.
said it was the most extraordinary thing that they'd ever been a part of
Right.
and witnessed.
Yes.
And when they did the show in Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
well, the Turkish guy, they did
Yes.
show over there. They remember they did the concert. They had like
Yes.
a concert
Yes.
right before the fight. So it seems to me what he's doing is marrying entertainment and boxing, which
Yes.
has always been the case anyway.
Yes.
But he is really putting a new face on blending these two things together.
Yes. Yeah. When you look at the sphere itself, is it's a magical marvel anyway.
True that.
And then to put a fight in there, I can imagine what that was like. I mean, because like you said, I wasn't there, you wasn't there, so the only thing we can do is just hear from people that were there.
That's it.
But if they choose to do extraordinary fights of that magnitude, uh, it's gonna make some noise because His Excellency Turkey's first fight, which I happened to go to with Tyson Fury and this kid in Ngannou, they had a ring come up out of the ground for the main event. The ring came up from the ground up, and you're just sitting there saying, "Are you kidding me?" But that's the kind of stuff that they are capable of doing. A whole 20-foot ring came up out of the ground before a Fury and the referee and his opponent and all the particulars lined around it, from the judges to the announcers, you name it.
Man.
And you know, back in the day, and I'm talking about back in the 80s, late 70s, but back in the 80s when Don King and Top Rank used to do their shows, they used to have fight parties afterward, and you could see the most unbelievable thing at these fight parties. They would feed you, wine and dine you, and it was just worth being a part of the sport.
Yeah.
Back in that time period.
Well, the good thing about all of this is that there are people who say that boxing is dying.
Yeah.
But based upon what this young man is doing, Turkey, what he is doing, boxing is definitely alive. And well. And growing.
And on this show that at Madison, or at the Times Square, Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting Romero, and then Devin Haney, he is going to be fighting Jose Ramirez. That should be a good one.
It'll be interesting because the Romero fight, I know it's a rematch, and I can't remember what happened in the first fight.
Garcia won the first fight, I believe.
Okay. So it must have been close. That's why they're doing the rematch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much like the Devontae fight, you know, with all the controversy, you would think that, you know, a rematch of that fight would be the perfect way to silence
Yeah.
all the controversy
Yes.
that's been going on.
Yeah.
That would be the fair thing to do.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
If in today's age you want to do that, because Javante is A side, we all know that he's
Right.
A side, so he can say, "I don't care if they take the belt away from me."
Yes.
Because he can go and fight somebody else and make a lot more money.
Yes.
But that nasty taste
Yes.
will still be there because of the controversial way that the fight ended.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
And so the fairest thing to do would be to do a rematch and silence everybody
Right.
about anything.
Yes.